Hello. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Exodus 28. This is a commandment of God, and he is clear that we are not only to remember what day the Sabbath is, but also that we have to keep it holy, because God sanctified this day and set it aside for us to fellowship with him and to remember that he is our creator and that he alone is worthy of our praise. So, many Christians keep Sunday as their day of worship, but is this biblical? The Jews didn't, of course, name the days of the week. Instead, they called them simply first day, second day, and so on and so on. So which day should we call the Sabbath? Well, of course, we can get a very good clue from the name Sabbath, the word Sabbath itself. Many languages call the seventh day of the week by a very similar name. Sabato in Italian, Sabado in Spanish, Sobota in Czech, Sobuto in Russian, and there are so many more. In fact, we know historically that Jesus was crucified during Passover on Thursday, and was resurrected again on Sunday, 3 days later, fulfilling the prophecy. Accounts of the crucifixion and burial were written in all of the Gospels and well covered in history, and I will read from Mark today, but I'll put up the rest of the verses and the other accounts at the end of this little session. So Mark 15:42 says, "Now when the evening had come, because it was preparation day, that is the day before Sabbath," so this clearly sets Friday, the day Jesus was taken from the cross, as the day before Sabbath. Then the women who were going to embalm Jesus and rest for the Sabbath, as was the commandment. And then Mark writes in Mark 16:1 and 2, "Now when the Sabbath was past, Mary Magdalene, Mary mother of James, and Salome bought spices that they might come and anoint him. Very early in the morning on the first day of the week, they came to the tomb when the sun had risen." So this, again, clearly puts Sunday, the day of resurrection, as the first day of the week. So between Friday, the sixth day, and Sunday, the first day, is the seventh day, the Sabbath day. In fact, the Catholic Church has openly spoken about how the day of observance, the Sabbath day, was changed by Constantine I of Rome in AD 321 to introduce pagans to the Roman Catholic Church. Again, they openly admit that this is not a biblical, but a stamp of authority. In fact, God knew the day of the Sabbath would be changed, which is why the fourth commandment is the only one that starts, "Remember." It is clear that we are to keep the Sabbath through eternity. And while we worship God every day, the seventh day Sabbath is set aside so we can spend time with him. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. Please study your Bible.